Welcome back to the Mom and Kid Show. My name is Araceli. I am the mom.
My name is Daniel. I am the kid.
And I'm Damien, the other kid.
And today we are going to be talking about
Mexico.
No.
yes,
About
besides
cash flow.
about cash flow.
Silly. You silly dog.
We're gonna talk about cash flow and we'll talk about Mexico, but it's the cash flow topic. No? Damien's kind of like, what? What is going on? Okay, so let's start off with our interesting.
What was the food? Should we start off with the food?
Oh, yeah.
We are eating today
Jamon
strawberries with the side of
I
sandwich.
don't have no strawberries left.
I don't
Damien has
have-
like half a sandwich.
and half a licuado.
Oh, yeah, and banana glass licuado.
What? The glass licuado?
Cheers.
Okay. Yes. And let's go on with our topic, with our interesting fact. My interesting fact was pretty interesting. Did you know that the longest overwater flight without alternate airports is from the coast of California to Honolulu, Hawaii?
That's the
The
longest.
longest overwater flight without alternate,
What does that mean?
without any other airport that they can stop at, like
How come
nearby.
people fly from China to
I
here?
don't know. It's an interesting topic about where they land because I guess they stop or they can stop. I don't know how long the flight is from California to
There's
Hawaii.
an airport in
8
Hawaii.
hours. Yes, Damien, how do you think people get there?
Boat?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Okay.
Now, Daniel, do you want to go first for the whittle?
His story.
I mean, your story, or do you want to do your
I'll go first
'Kay.
because people go first.
Because mine will be funnier.
Okay, you go first then.
No.
Did you know that Caesar salad was invented in Mexico?
It wasn't invented in
Mexico?
Caesar?
Yeah.
It wasn't
You might
invented
think
in
that
Caesar?
the Caesar salad comes from Italy, but it was actually created in Tijuana, Mexico by Italian immigrant and restaurateur Cesar Cardini on the evening of July 4th, 1924. Cardini was the owner of Caesar's Place. The owner of Caesar's Place was under pressure to serve an influx of Californians who were looking to get a break from prohibition. On the fly, he whipped up a salad using romaine lettuce and whatever ingredients he had, including garlic flavored oil, eggs, Parmesan cheese, lemon, Worcestershire sauce, and Worcestershire sauce. Word traveled fast, and the Caesar salad became a sensation from coast to coast.
It's interesting. It ties in
So
with
it's
Mexico
kind of
too.
Italian because an Italian created it.
But wasn't invented in
It's an
Italy.
Italian Mexican.
Well, my joke is, where do you find a cow with no legs?
On the ground.
Mommy?
A cow with no legs,
Yeah.
Where do you find?
ground beef
No, where do you find it? Not what do you call it?
in the barn.
That's your guess? You, Daniel?
I already said on the floor.
Okay. Both of y'all are wrong. It was right where you left it.
True. They could probably roll away though.
No, they couldn't.
Cows can't roll.
They would just have little
Cows
nubs.
can't roll.
They would just
Have you
have
ever seen
little
when a
nubs.
horse rolls?
What does it? It just
Yes, they do.
crashes. When?
Like they scratch their back, but they roll. Do cows roll? I
No.
don't think so.
Yes, y'all laughed.
No, I didn't laugh.
You're like,
Okay.
That was not a laugh. That was a choking on.
why'd you?
Um,
You choke.
choking on disappointedness from the not funny joke. Yep.
I think that was like the longest question, the longest way to answer.
What was
Like a lot of words trying to. I don't know. Okay. The character building word of today is delight. What does delight mean? The light, turn off the light. No.
It's delight.
Delight. Delight or delight?
It's the same thing.
How do people say it? Delight or delight?
Delight. It's a delight.
Delight to meet you. It's the definition is if it's a verb, it could be please or please someone greatly. Or if it's a noun, it's a great pleasure. Like example, the little girl squealed with delight. So delight could be a noun. That's interesting. Okay. So let me see. The verse says, when I received, it says Jeremiah 15:16 says, when I received your words, I ate them. They filled me with joy.
Yummy.
My heart took delight in them.
This sandwich makes me delighted.
So my heart took delight in them. Lord God, who rules over all, I belong to you. My heart took delight in them. Is that the verb? Yeah, that's a noun, right? It took delight with them. That's how it would be used in a noun. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Or no?
This sandwich brings me delight.
Yeah. Well, when I received your words, I ate them. They filled me with joy. My heart took delight in them. I don't know if it's a noun or a verb. I do
The
not
verb
know
would have
how to
been
do-
my heart was delighted with them.
True. So it is a noun. I was right. Point for me. Lord God, who rules.
Against two.
I don't know. Just let me have my point. Lord God, who rules over all, I belong to you. That's a beautiful verse. I don't know. It fills me with delight.
Bruh.
You get it? Because I was.
Oh my.
Okay. How can you share God's delight with others? So, why do you think it's important for us to delight in things, especially if they come from God?
To show God that we like them.
Well, I think it's
To show God that.
I think it's the fact that how you feel with delight.
So appreciate them.
There's like a light inside of you that like sparks or that verse
Delight.
just makes
It's
me
delight.
But like just the way you read that verse, it fills you up. Like
Because it said if
yeah, I know it said it, but I think God wants us to find delight in everything in things that we do in life and food that we eat and not just eating because of eating, like actually be delight, like like delight in it. And like anything that you do, your chores, your homework. But like and just or being with family. Like if you're aware of it, there's that just something that warms your heart up. So the question is, how can you share God's delight with others? How can you share his delight? What is God's delight?
I don't know.
He is delight. Let's see.
What would be God's delight? His word, his love,
His
his
presence.
blessings, his presence, his miracles. Right? How would you be able to share that with other people?
Tell them about it.
Tell them. But also, what about if they experience your presence, like you're a good host whenever they come to your
Invite
house.
them to church.
Invite them to church. You spend time with them when they're going through a rough time.
You can invite them to maybe a Bible study club.
Mm-hmm. Like those are great things. Great ways to share God's delight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so jumping on to the next thing, we wanted to talk about our lifestyle topic, which was going to Mexico and the differences there is from what we saw and just
From here.
Mexico in general.
We
Right?
saw no grass.
We didn't see grass,
Yeah,
but
but
there's
it
no
was
yards like here.
It was
Yeah.
mainly gray, all the grass, or like dry.
And I don't know why that is. I don't know why.
I mean, it rains.
I mean, there's places that
And then-
have a lot of grass, but most of, if you go to like the city, like
It's all dirt.
it's all dirt or pavement, like it's, or stone or a rock or something. But there's very minimal.
And if there is
Grass.
grass, most of the time it's just dry grass.
But I think it's where, well, I don't even know. Like maybe in other places there
Like
is.
sometimes it still
grass.
rains.
It does rain,
It
so
rains a decent amount. Maybe it's just that it dries out faster.
No, because even if you get closer to the equator,
Or maybe
but it's
because
too high. Where we go, it's too high elevation.
or maybe because it's like sand or like dust all around it. So maybe that draws all the water.
I don't know. It could be. I mean, I know that like como la sierra, there's places that have grass,
like behind you
but
in your zoom.
but it's not fluffy grass like here. But here too, like it's just because you know that I saw something that you're not supposed to have like a yards were never meant to be, should never be, like we should not have yards
Why?
because we should have that area should be for like growing, like yards and like I'm meaning yards like with grass and lawns and stuff like that. We should be growing vegetables, we should be growing fruit like food, and we should have trees and we should have like all that.
Well, we're gonna start doing that.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
maybe in pots for now, but
Yeah. Okay, so what else? What do I like about it? I like the air quality is so much better where we go to.
Air quality?
Yeah, like you just smell like it just smells different.
in Mexico, there's like
Where we go, where our house is at. No,
like there's a lot of dust, and you think that the air would be dirtier, but it's really clean.
Well, I don't know how
Well, it smells clean.
much of the dust is not in the air, but it's not doesn't smell clean. It smells fresh.
Yeah.
Especially when we go out in the mornings.
Oh, yeah.
And there's like that fog, like detrás de la house, when se ven los cerros.
You can't even see 10 feet. What do you mean, those cerros?
Yes, you like sometimes you can see the fog like just on top of the
Mountain.
mountain that's right behind the house,
And then they just disappear.
but it's just that smell like
Ooh,
of coldness.
the way they live, like, they don't pay for water.
They go get it
Well,
from the
where
well.
we live, they don't pay for water because they have wells.
Yeah, it's
But
really
here in the
cool.
U.S., there's families that have wells and they don't pay for water.
It's cool because we have to go get water from the wells.
You guys enjoyed that?
Yeah. And then they
We
also
would go down, and it's like, I don't know, a little
you
bit
would
of a
not
walk.
go down. You would just bring like
Listen, it's a little bit of a walk. You go down, and you turn the
Oh.
pump on. And then you go to, like, a little big swimming pool that has a roof on it. And nobody goes swimming in there because that's
It's
where...
una pileta. It's not a swimming
Same
pool.
thing, but like, then you check, and then you have to run down, and then turn the water off.
Cause
Pump.
la bomba. The bomba de agua that pulls up the water from the well,
Mm-hmm.
and then it distributes it.
Yep.
Where we're from, I mean, there's only like 3 or 4 houses. That's just
And then the doors are always open, so as soon as you get out of the shower, it feels fresh.
oh, and also it's weird because they
it's
just
more fresh.
they have cement floors.
More people shower. People shower more in the morning, yeah, or like
Yeah.
in the day than at night.
Yeah, because it's cold. Some of them, a lot of houses have. Well, I don't know if they're changing nowadays, but before they used to have the bathroom outside of the house, so that's why they take a shower
Thank you.
and they have to walk through outside and then back inside. When it gets cold,
Naked.
they don't walk out naked.
Oh.
With the wire, probably.
Oh, we got to hang out with some puppies over there. Some
Oh yeah,
doggies.
they had Dr. Draco. That's what we called him. And then we had T. Terry,
And then Bruno.
the little Bruno. It's so funny because he's just so tiny. And like whenever the other 2 dogs they just walk around, Bruno's like,
I like it whenever like we all eat together
Oh,
And I think that's something that I miss and enjoy because we here where we're at, we don't really have a lot of family. And so over there is like whenever we would get together and eat pizza or eat um
Yes, they have pizza in Mexico, guys.
I'm like,
food or whatever it is, but it was like everybody and then they all stay there for like another hour
just
to
talking.
just talk.
But like,
And it's like no rush.
what I also like is that while they're cooking the food, everybody's doing something.
Yeah.
Like some people will be washing the potatoes, some people will be doing something else.
I remember I would always
That
hope.
means no rest. But
Oh, I get it, cause like there's no rest. See, I'll show you sound, mom.
what I did, I was funny.
Huh?
I was funny. Get it?
Bruh.
Because like I was funny, you're not.
Bruh.
Okay.
Yeah, it's funner in Mexico.
All
And you
right.
can play.
Did you guys
fetch.
enjoy your time over there?
Yes.
Yes,
we
a
need
lot.
to go back. Ship
We do
me in
need
a
to go
shipping
back.
container.
Why would you have to go in a container? Why can't you just go
Why
like
do
in a
cars
bus,
carry
car,
shipment?
or
And then,
plane?
but boats, but no, but ships
Ships.
carry cargo.
I think that somebody had fun doing the vocabulary.
And then there was this one guy who was like, he went to the store and he was asking about the cargo space. And the salesman, he's like, no, cargo no space, cargo road.
I don't get it.
Get it? Because like the car doesn't go to space. The car goes on the road. But he was asking about cargo space.
Okay.
Because like, get it? Because it's like funny. It's funny.
Is it though?
Oh,
Is it
okay.
though?
All right. Well, I enjoy Mexico. I enjoy being able and having the ability to go and come.
I enjoyed the puppies.
And that's a blessing.
Even though we don't go that often.
But that makes like when we go we do enjoy it. And so it's just the food, and the food is so good over there.
Oh my gosh, the food. And then
Oh,
Simapan.
the taco. Yeah. What are they called? The quesadillas. Those are also really good.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. Food is really good over there.
And then
It's just-
Mexico's also really good. Like if you just take
natural.
some dirt from Mexico and you eat it, it's so good.
I don't know.
How do you know that?
I don't. I heard on YouTube.
And then just the traditions. Traditions that we got to go in December and
All the-
saw some traditions of what they do, and
Some Christmas
it's
stuff?
I like the culture. I really do. But okay. Let's talk about cash flow.
Flow.
Cash flow.
What is cash flow?
What is cash flow? That's a good question.
Cash flow is money coming in.
That's income.
Cash flow is money coming in and
Going out.
money going out. The way that money flows into and out of an account or whatever you hold your money in,
Your hand.
your pocket. Why is cash flow important?
Because it's
Why do you think it's important for you guys to learn it? Why do you think it's important in overall?
because
Cash flow is important.
because you're teaching us this, so that means it's important.
You need it for business.
And we need it for
You
business.
need to know where your money's coming in from and where it's going out.
You need to have control of it. Control of where your money is at, what's coming in, what's going out. Proverbs 27:23 says, "Be sure you know the condition of your flocks." Now, we got to understand that the Bible was written in a time of like
Did
shepherds.
you say we got to understand?
Got.
Oh my gosh.
We need to understand that the Bible was written like in the time like the shepherds and all that stuff, and so a lot of people back then had businesses with sheep, had sheep businesses, so they had to know how that was their like product or whatever. They had to know exactly how it was, if they were gonna sell it, you know how if it was a good sheep or not good sheep, like all those things. So they had to
Like
know
if
the
it was
condition.
healthy?
It was healthy. Yeah, it was healthy. It was unique. Like, I don't know if there's different types. Maybe I don't know. I don't know anything. I don't know much about sheep, but
If it's sheeping, if it's not sheeping.
yeah.
Bro.
But they needed to know the condition, so it tells us like we need to know how our money is. I take it to be relate to how our money is coming in, how it's going out, um, where it's going to, not just that it's going out, where it's going to. Does cash flow pertain to business only?
No. It
Okay.
is also important in life,
In
like
life,
personal financial
personal
things.
finances. What are personal finances?
Your personal finances.
Like
compared
things that
to
you need
business?
for your house, food for you.
Stuff
And
that
then
for you.
business is like the buildings for the business stuff. Or like the cost for the business stuff.
Okay.
Maybe the gas for the food truck that you have.
I like that response. Okay, so yes, cash flow has to do with business, and has to do with personal, and you're going to have them separate. Once you create your business, you're gonna have your business in one bank account, your personal in another bank account, and you have to be able to know the cash flow of your business and know the cash flow of your personal. The reason those two you have like it's really really important because if you do not understand and you do not have a positive cash flow in your like if you don't pay attention to your numbers for your personal finance, what do you think is going to happen to your business? What do you think is going to happen?
It's gonna lose money.
How would it lose money?
It's gonna go out of control.
Yeah.
With your,
Why would it go out of control?
because you don't know where everything's going.
So let's think of this. If your personal finances are not being ran in a good, like in a controlled way, what do you think is going to happen to your business?
The same thing.
You're gonna
Why?
overspend on your personal stuff. So you're gonna end up with less money for your business.
So if you have less money for your personal finances and you're not getting to the end of the month because you're not controlling you're not, you're not being a good steward or you're not controlling, you're not doing what you have to do, you're going to end up taking money out of where?
Your business account.
Your business. So money that you could use for growth, you don't have anymore, right?
And then you have
And-
to take some out of yourself to start the business up again. Or just get a loan.
Yeah, so it's really important for you to understand that you have cash flow personal in your personal, and you have to know your cash flow in your business. Okay, and there's several strategies that you can do for your personal. So cash flow, we have income. How do we find cash flow? First of all, let me ask you that question.
How do
What do
we
you
find
mean?
cash flow?
Yeah, how do we find the cash flow? Or like cash flow is also in and out, money coming in and money coming out, but it is also what's available at the end after you take out all your expenses, right? So cash flow is the money that you can work with.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's you money coming in, money coming out in a controlled way, so that at the end of your numbers, you have a positive cash flow, meaning you have extra money in your bank account to use as you please. Okay, that's the whole point. I mean, we can learn how money comes in, how money comes out, but at the end, like, what is that for? What is that good for?
Yeah.
You want to know that you want to be able to have positive cash flow, resulting out of your income and expenses, right? So what
Yeah.
is income?
Money coming in.
Money comes in.
What are expenses?
Whenever
Money coming
goes
out.
out.
Expenses, remember, we have business expenses and we have personal expenses, right? And it gets a little tricky whenever you have a business and some of the money from it comes into your income. So now you have the income over here for your personal and then minus your expenses, right? But you learn to manage both of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, most people, when they have a business, they will do income minus expenses equals profit. All right. So it's in profit or loss, whatever it is. But hopefully you have a profit, which is positive money that you still
Yeah.
have. Loss is money you don't have. So what they do is you have income or revenue, money that's coming into the business. They take out all the expenses, and then it's like that's your profit, right? That's what's left over for the business. Now, a cash flow strategy to create more cash flow into your business is a profit first system for your business, which is from Mike Michalowicz. He's the creator of Profit First. He says that we do it backwards. We have income coming in, but then we have our profit. We take our profit first. And then everything left in there is for expenses. Why do you think he would say something like that?
So you can um so you
How
don't
does he do it again?
overspend.
So he says income minus the profit minus expenses
No, equals expenses.
equals expenses, or everything left is
Income minus
expenses.
profit.
So that way he doesn't overspend on
Income, isn't that your profit?
No, income is money that you make everything, but does not take into account what you've spent on. Like income is just money coming in.
Okay.
We're talking about business
Yeah.
income, money coming in. People pay you. It's in the account.
Okay.
A regular financial statements, which we'll go into in the one of the Visionary Youth Accelerators classes. We'll learn how this works, but it's in one of the profit and loss statement. It has income, money that's earned, revenue, minus expenses, and at the end it tells you net profit, what the company made of profit. Okay. But Mike Michalowicz says, no, we're going to do income minus profit. And then whatever's left is expenses.
That's the same thing.
So you
No, it's
focus on
not.
your profit.
No,
Has
it's
this
not.
with psychology.
Because let's think of this. You have $100 you just made. Okay. $100 comes in. Out of that $100, we have expenses. We have advertising, and all these other things that will, let's say you spent $80 on your what's it called, on your expenses. So how much do you have left?
You spent how much? On
Let's say
expenses?
$80. You spent $80.
You made $20.
So that's your profit, right?
Yeah.
So he's saying, but in our minds, when we do it that way, we're like, oh, we still have $20 left. Let's do something else with it, right? Or we end up like, even if not, like sometimes we don't have those $20 because we try to use all of it, or we use that money and we pay ourselves, right? Which is like, oh, we got $20 for us. He says that we need to first have the $100, then we take out $20 for the profit of the company, like this, but we set it aside, and then we don't use it for like we don't use it for the moment. But then we only have $80 to spend on the business.
Expenses.
So how do you think that's your brain's gonna take it in?
Oh man, I already spent $80. I only have $20.
No. What do you mean? Like I only have the $20 is like you already moved it to another account. You're not seeing it. You're not spending it. How do you
Because
think
once you
differently now?
finish with the expenses, you're like, well, I don't have any money to use. Oh, well, I won't use
Well,
any.
you won't want to use all of your $80 first of all, right? Because you're like, this is all I have to spend. So now you're using less money for the business, so that you have a positive cash flow at the end, and you're not thinking, oh, I had $20 left. Like money is already moved.
Because you already forgot, probably.
You already moved that money out, so you have less money to work with. So it's like he uses the big plate and small plate. Like if you go to a buffet and you have a big plate, you're going to fill that plate up, right? You're going to put in a lot of food on it. But if you have a smaller plate, and you're probably going to finish all of that big plate. But if you have a smaller plate and you go to the buffet and then like you are going to just fill that small plate out, small plate, and you're going to eat less. So that's what he's saying. If you can move the money out of your account first, your brain's going to see a smaller amount of money and it's going to be like, okay, now I have this smaller amount of money to stretch it out versus you trying to spend all of the money that you have.
I kind of like have a little more explanation for the big plate, little plate, which will also help with the other one. But I can only explain it in this way. So if you got the big plate and you eat the amount of the small plate, you're gonna be like, oh, there's so much more. There's just a little more. I can finish it. But if you eat the small plate, you're gonna be like, oh, I don't want to go get more because if I get more, then I'm not gonna finish it all. So you're just gonna eat that.
Yeah, so you eat less. But he just said you stretch it out. You stretch out more of your expenses with littler amounts and you become more creative because now you don't have the $100 to spend. You only have $80 to actually spend.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It's just to do with psychology.
Exactly. It's a different psychology, but it's something that is not taught. They all teach us that you have income minus expenses and that's what's left for you. But he does it. And again, you got to think like, maybe I didn't do it a right way of explaining the $100, but when there's money in your account that you're seeing it, your brain will try to come up with excuses of you how to spend it, right? When it's sitting there, it's like, oh, I can go and you have a business. Oh, I can go pay for this other product I can buy this other thing that I really need for my business, right? That's your brain trying to tell you, and even you might not even need it for now, but because you know you have the money, you're going to go get it. Mm-hmm. When you don't see the money in your account anymore, when you have less of it, your mind's like, okay, I can do another week without that thing. So it stretches it out. It becomes more creative. Now, that's on a business level. On a personal level, we've created the giving first, right? The giving first and then the saving afterwards, right? Why? Because when you have your money and you don't give first, what do you think, like at the end of the week when you have no money, you're going to be like, well, there goes my giving. I guess I didn't have any money left to give, so I don't give. Mm-hmm. Same thing happens. So when you get used to it, create the habit of you get paid and you give first, you're done with that part, right? You've done with that part. And then you're going to do your saving afterwards. You're done with that part too.
And now you have the rest.
So now you have the rest to spend however you want to, instead of worried of like, I'm going to spend first and then whatever's left, I'm going to give and save, right? And people end up not saving or investing because we just tend to just go through with everything that we have in the bank account. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what do people focus on, or what have they been taught about how money flows? We talked about that, right? They've been told we have income and expenses, and then whatever's left is what we keep. We change that around, right? Either with the profit first system or with giving first, so that we train our brains to be like, no, we work differently now. We take what is ours first. We give God what is, his, and then we save and invest for us, for our future, for who we want, how we want to live later on, and then we spend everything else. What happens when people have cash flow problems?
They try to fix them.
Yeah, but what happens how do they try to fix them?
By getting more money sometimes.
Which means what?
Working more.
Yeah, but
which means more cash flow.
No, if they get more money, well, they're trying to fix the cash flow. When they have cash flow problems and they're trying to fix it and they get more money, what happens?
More cash flow
they
problems.
end up having debt. Okay, most of the time. Because cash flow is, you fix it with money, but with setting up a new system with budgeting, with all these things. But money is a mindset. Money is who you become. So if you do not work on that person that got into debt or had cash flow problems, you will end up in the cash flow problems again. Okay, so people get into debt. Now, obviously, there are circumstances where they have cash flow problems because they're growing a business or they're doing something different, right? And it all depends on what their mindset and how they're doing it. But in the majority of times, people who have cash flow problems end up getting credit cards and all these other debts. Why do people have cash flow problems? Do you guys have some ways that they have cash flow problems?
They're an overspender.
Yeah, they overspend. They spend more than they make.
This could kind of be a problem. Like they're scared to spend money.
I think that would not necessarily go. If they're afraid of spending money, I don't think it would necessarily go with cash flow, but they would not live joyfully. They would, because they would probably save everything that they had, right? But they could still not want to buy something that they really, really want, and they would bring them really like a lot of joy because they feel like they have to save all of it. So they would probably have no cash flow, like no money coming in, or money coming out. So it would just all stay in.
It'll just be income at that point.
Yeah. They don't track their money. One of the biggest things that they just don't pay attention to the numbers. If you ask people around, like, just ask people in general, like, hey, do you keep a budget or do you know how much you spent on food, on subscriptions? Subscriptions are a big hit because people are like, oh, it's such a low quantity of money a month. But then they add up, and before you know it, is like there's $20 of something that like they'll have. And I'm not judging, but they'll have Hulu, they'll have Netflix, they'll have Disney Plus, they'll have all these other, right, 4 or 5 subscriptions.
And some
But
they don't even use
when
them.
you sit down and watch TV, can you watch all of them?
No.
No.
They should just do like 1 month they do this one.
Yeah.
The next month
Like
they do
then
another
they
one.
usually don't even use most of them. They just forget about them.
Exactly, and they forget, and because you don't track your money every month or every week, you don't even notice. Like I don't even notice that I'm paying that. Like it's just money that's coming out and so it creates cash flow problems. They think budgeting is optional. I like to think of budgeting as proactive budgeting, thinking ahead and not not limiting. Um, they ignore small leaks, which we talked about, like things they forget about, things that are coming out, which are minimal, like they're probably like 10, $20 a month, but it adds up,
In a
especially
year,
if you're
that's
not using it.
$120. In a year, that's already like $120 to $240.
A lot of people focus on income, not on flow. So a lot of people will, they think that having more money solves the problem. Why do you think having more money does not solve the problem?
Because it just makes you more of who you already are.
Yeah, which means that if you're spending,
gonna have more problems and you're gonna spend more.
yeah, if you are already spending, bringing more money in without realizing where your money's going, it's just gonna mean that
It's like if you're a bad driver with one car on the road and you crash into them, what's gonna happen when you have more drivers?
Yep,
You're just gonna crash into all of them.
right.
Wrong.
I worked with clients that were making $60,000 a year, and they were barely making it, but they were still on the positive cash flow part. And then I got to work with a company that made over $200,000 a month, and they were in the reds every single month. So it just makes me like realize it's not about how much money, it's about how you handle that much money. All right. Another reason why they have cash flow problems is they don't save or give first. And the last one is they confuse cash flow with wealth. So they think, so how is that different, cash flow and wealth?
Because cash flow is money coming in and going out, but wealth is having
Being able
money.
to control your cash flow.
I think, yeah, well, wealth could be a lot of things. For me, I think it's who you become, but it's having, real estate, having investments, having, and every single business that you do, every single income stream that you get, you have to manage it according to, make sure that you're managing it, you're doing the right things, you're being a good steward so that you don't run into these cash flow problems. Can someone live a very rich life and still have cash flow problems?
Yes,
Okay.
100%.
And then how do you create positive cash flow? What are just some, we talked about giving first and the profit first system, but what are other things that you think that they could?
Track their money.
Mm-hmm.
Like put air tags on it.
What's it
Yeah,
called?
where they go.
Yeah.
Budgeting,
Don't spend. Don't like delayed gratification thing.
delayed gratification, wait the 72 hours before you buy, make sure that you want to buy it.
Especially for bigger things.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that also limiting, like, doing an envelope system. If you said that in your budget you're going to spend only $500 on food, then take those 500 and use it in an envelope or use it in different bank accounts.
Put stuff
One
in
for
savings accounts.
Oh, also
move
if you
things.
have someone like that you like either a friend or family member, you can also ask them to help you if you need,
For what?
like to help you make sure that you don't overspend.
Yeah, have an accountability person to be like, hey, you take charge of my account and I'm not going to spend. We have to be sure that
Maybe
you
you can
trust them.
pay them a little.
Yeah. These are all great ideas. So, questions that you guys have on cash flow. You're licking your hand.
Got
What
salmon on
happens
my
if
hand.
the
Or,
cash flows away?
huh?
Wait, that's why they name it cash flow, because like a river flows and like the
Oh
cash
my
is at the beginning of the
gosh.
river. It goes and it comes with you and then it leaves.
Yeah, and you don't want it to like
Oh,
become very minimal, like obstacles throughout the river, like rocks and logs and
Rocks are
beaver.
not gonna stop water.
They might divert it. Like if there's
How
a
big
bunch
is a
of rocks,
rock?
like a dam rock,
no, I was talking about actual cash flowing down the
Mommy,
river.
What'd you say?
like a rock.
Like
What'd you
actual,
say?
I was talking
There's
about
kids on here, Mom.
I was talking about actual like cash flowing on top of the river. Like yeah, river dam would help. Sticks would help. A
What
log
did
would
you
help.
say?
A
What
rock.
About the rock?
Okay. All right. Well, that was the cash flow. Tell me one thing you guys learned. I want to see if you guys are paying
That
That for
attention.
business, you should do your profit first, and then for income, personal, you should do your giving first.
Good.
you can make
You
a
passed
lot
the
of
test.
money, yet still be in debt. Like
Or
actually,
have no money to for exits. And
Yeah.
I want you guys to understand and
oh,
something.
and to always have some money to enjoy yourself.
I want you guys to understand something. And as entrepreneurs, as business people, we forget. We get into a business. We sometimes leave jobs or sometimes just go straight into business for the freedom that comes with being a business owner. But people will get trapped in this cash flow problem, in this cash flow issue. And so they end up having to just work, and never have enough money. Never feel like they can enjoy it because it's all gone by the time they realize it. And so creating these strategies like the profit first and giving first allow you to like actually enjoy the money, actually enjoy this that you're doing. There's more to the profit first, but I just think it's a great way for us to enjoy the actual being a business owner. All right.
Or I've got to catch my train. As you see, I'm at the train station.
Well, I've
I
got
will
to
not
catch
see because
my.
I have
But this has been the Mom and Kids Show. And
We
we
will
will
see
see
you
you at the table.